Welcome to Money Talk Tuesday. This week is tax assistance with the Vita Program featuring MASSCAP. This is our quick little agenda. My name is Shaitia Sproul. I'm with the Office of Economic Empowerment Does, some disclosures, housekeeping, and then we'll get right into our presentation. So the Office of Economic Empowerment is a department within the Office of the Treasurer and Receiver General of Massachusetts tasked with supporting, advocating, and facilitating policies that empower all Massachusetts residents. Our programs serve women, families, high school students, veterans, and seniors, and our priorities include financial education, closing the race and gender wage gap, racial equality, college affordability, and promoting STEM education. So for full disclosure, this is a Zoom webinar and is recorded. The recording may be uploaded onto a public website for future use. Any information shared through our question functions will be anonymous. Please note, however, that the chat record is subject to public record laws and as such is not anonymous. So for housekeeping, this is a webinar again, not a meeting, so you will not be able to view the other participants. You can also use the chat feature to communicate to the host and the panelists. Q&A will be available throughout the webinar, and we will have a post survey that you can continue to help us improve this program. For upcoming events, including our next Money Talk Tuesday, which is on the 23rd, you can go to this link here and find all of our upcoming events. To explore other financial topics, we have myfinanciallifema.org that you could visit. And you could always submit questions or further feedback by emailing us at moneytalk@tre.state.ma.us. And for those of you who are listening again, our next week's Money Talk Tuesday is talking about making 2021 your best financial year, featuring budget buddies and building Black wealth. That conversation will go over investing and savings and setting financial goals, and it'll be a really interesting conversation. So that'll be next Tuesday at noon. And without further ado, we can go ahead and jump right into our conversation with MASSCAP, and I'll hand it off to Joe.
Well, thank you very much. It's our pleasure to be here to contribute to this public service that the Office of Economic Empowerment, the Treasurer's Office of Economic Empowerment is providing, and to say it's our pleasure to work with you, Shaitia. We've had a partnership with the Office of Economic Empowerment for several years and are pleased to be able to participate now and to talk about not only community action, but also about the voluntary income tax assistance program that we operate and support and join with others to operate across the state. As I say, we've worked with the Office of Economic Empowerment for quite some time, focusing very recently on some very important savings programs, which we'll talk about a little bit more later. MASSCAP is the association of the 23 community action agencies operating in Massachusetts. They are federally mandated anti-poverty agencies that were created over 50 years ago. They are across the country. There are 1,000 across the country, 23 in Massachusetts. They were created along with other programs, including Head Start and legal services programs. Further, they were created in 1964, the year before the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Acts were created. So we came into existence along with those other very important programs that foster self-sufficiency as well. Community action agencies in Massachusetts are represented by MASSCAP. MASSCAP's mission is to strengthen and connect the statewide network of community action agencies and to collectively advocate for an end to poverty. Our vision is that all Massachusetts residents will be able to meet their basic needs, access economic opportunities, build strong communities, and move toward prosperity. The Community Action Network is strong and effective It's known for its valuable work and excellent service delivery, considered a leading voice and advocate on the subject of poverty and inequality. MASSCAP provides effective training, advocacy, and support to all of our members. And as you can see in the next slide, the agencies serve virtually every community across the state with a variety of services meant to address challenges that cause poverty, to address the causes of poverty, and to help people to find their way out of it. The programs that we provide range across from fuel assistance to weatherization, to programs that prevent homelessness, to programs that are geared only toward the elderly, and as well to programs that address the wage gap, like the earned income tax credit. We serve close to 600,000 people, as I say, by 23 agencies, which, as you can see from that map, are in the communities that you would expect agencies like ours to be in: Boston, Worcester, Lawrence, Lowell, New Bedford, Fall River, and Berkshire County. Community action agencies, as I say, have been with us for over 55 years. We are versatile and efficient and reliable, long-standing, and agencies that are known to members of the community in need as places to go for a variety of services. And many times people come to us first, and we help them through a no wrong door approach. That is, we perform or offer integrated services that we blend together to support a family or support individuals in no matter what their needs are. We also work within the community with our allies to make important referrals and warm handshakes so that people who join us, come to our agencies, can be helped by other agencies as well. As we say, we are trusted local institutions. We know our communities, not only because our boards are anchored in our communities. Our boards are made up of the people that we serve, the business community, and elected and appointed officials. We, every 3 years, perform needs assessments that learn about all of the needs in the community, and we develop strategies to address those needs. So we are incredibly responsive to the community, not only because of our boards, but also because of the needs assessments that we do every 3 years. The services that we provide include 6 different categories, but within each of those, a variety of services. In fact, up to about 75 different services: early education and care, adult education and workforce development, financial management, which is where Vita comes in, access to benefits, housing programs, and food and nutrition and health programs. Quite a comprehensive list. The background for our work in free tax preparation for the people that we serve emanates from a couple of different places. One, it does certainly have to do with our partnership with the Mass Budget and Policy Center. They have performed with us, collaboration with us, studies and updated studies on poverty for the past almost 2 decades. And in each study, certainly we find that the programs that we run fight poverty, in fact, reduce poverty by half. But they continue to be structural challenges like the wage gap, which must be addressed. And so with that information, and also the early commitment by some of our members to free tax preparation that would help people access the earned income tax credit, we embarked on a campaign, if you will, across our network to bring volunteer income tax assistance to each of our agencies. And I'm so happy to report that 21 of our 23 agencies provide access, free tax preparation through Vita to thousands of people, taxpayers across the state in ways that are very important. There's one other piece of background before we get to Vita that I want to note and mention. We were part of an asset development commission, which was put together by several legislators, in fact, the entire legislature and the governor in late 2009, and issued a report. And among its recommendations was that free tax preparation done at Vita sites was critical to helping the people that we serve. And so taking that very seriously, we've partnered with others, but now are so lucky to be able to be running about half of the Vita sites across the state. Let me turn it over now to, I believe, Kathleen McDonald, who is our Vita coordinator.
Thank you, Joe. I'm glad to tell you about the Vita program, and it's actually almost as old as community action agencies have been. It's been around since the early 70s, and really probably one of the most effective anti-poverty tools that's federally funded and available to us that many people haven't heard of. I mean, this is a program that, you know, for every dollar that goes in, $1.44 comes back and is circulating in our economy. So it's helpful overall, and it's extraordinarily helpful to individuals. For the people who are eligible, they are making about $57,000 as a family or less, whether you are a family of 1, 2, 3, you can check that out online. And those people are able to access free tax prep, which in and of itself is a $50 to maybe $400+ savings just to have that provided to them for free. But also, you know, they have access to fantastic credits that may go unnoticed if we're preparing our taxes ourselves or going to someone who is a paid preparer. One of the most valuable things about Vita is its direct partnership with the IRS. There are 1,000 volunteers who are working across Massachusetts, 1,000 volunteers. They are at the 80 sites that are managed by, like Joe said, half of those are managed by community action agencies. And so these agencies have IRS trained and certified volunteers who are there to help people prepare their taxes, find those credits, and really maximize people's refunds. That could mean up to an $8,000 refund for some people. The average is about $2,400, and it can be missed unless you have someone who's actively looking and making sure that we're covering all of the forms and knowing what you're eligible for. This year, that's particularly important for people who did not receive a stimulus check who should have. And our volunteers are looking for rebate recovery to also claim, which is money that is yours and waiting for you to claim. I think it's especially important to note that community action agencies, which have been in these cities for decades, are trusted, reliable community organizations. And so, people who are from marginalized populations or anybody who may feel cautious about sharing confidential information can know that the programs that are serving you with, Vita assistance are longtime trustworthy friends in their communities. The forms and the volunteers available to you are able to speak in many languages and can provide you with forms that are in many languages, whether it's Mandarin, Portuguese, Spanish, English, and down the line. If those volunteers or those languages are not available through your agency, we can link you to someone who is. I think that's something that comes as a great relief to the tens of thousands of people who take advantage of this program annually. And this year, of course, because of the pandemic, there will be so many more people who are qualified to access this benefit that have never used it before. And we hope you will. Another benefit to using Vita and going through our community action agency is that the volunteers know that all of these other services that Joe mentioned earlier, heating assistance, childcare, financial literacy, English as a second language, housing support services, any of these services that you are eligible for and interested in, they are ready to let you know what's available and how you can continue to improve your economic status and stabilize finances and move forward. I think that we can share a short video that will explain Vita maybe a little more visually, and hopefully that will excite you to pursue some pre-tax prep and to make sure that you get, you know, all of the credits that you are eligible for and have earned this year. Following the video, Ansel Tejeda is the financial literacy coordinator at Greater Lawrence Community Action Agency. And Ansel will tell us a little bit about what this would look like for you at the organization level if you chose to pursue Vita assistance. He can tell you a bit about what it looks like on the ground and especially what it looks like this year during the pandemic.
Taxes. Everybody has to pay them, but they can be confusing and time-consuming. Fortunately, there is a free program that can help make preparing your taxes a little easier. It's called VITA, Volunteer Income Tax Assistance, a program designed to help taxpayers with a low income make every dollar count. VITA provides trained, IRS-certified volunteers who can prepare your taxes and also help you claim credits, like the Earned Income Tax Credit and Child Tax Credit. VITA not only saves you hundreds of dollars in tax prep costs, but can also amount to thousands of dollars in refunds and access to other cost-saving programs. So why not give it a try? VITA services are available in your community and can be done safely in person or through virtual and drop-off programs. To learn more and find a VITA program near you, visit us online today. VITA. Earn it, keep it, save it.
Thank you, Kathleen. Yeah, it's so important for our community here in Lawrence. So I'll give you a little bit of background of what we do here. So we here at Greater Lawrence Community Action Council have implemented ourselves in the community deeply. From a couple of years ago in the gas explosion, we were one of the vital sites to come help out with the gas explosion in the Lawrence area. So we serve the Lawrence and the Merrimack Valley area specifically. And we have tried to embed ourselves in that community in every aspect of how Joe explained. Our board members, our local board members that deeply care for the community. They own local businesses. They some of them work in local businesses as well. So we have the community has entrusted us with a lot of the services that they have provided. Currently, during the pandemic, we are providing emergency housing assistance. So that's the thing about the Vita programs at the community actions. We are wraparound services all the way through. We take you from point A coming in from doing just your simple taxes, and we expose you to so many benefits, so many things that can better and betterment your life and make just things a little bit smoother for you. So with that said, my agency, for example, this year we had to pivot. With the pandemic, we had to make things a little bit different. So we have created a virtual Vita site for our clients, understanding the fact that our clients need safety and they need that to keep within the requirements of social distance. So we have created a virtual Vita site for our clients to go in and deposit their documents. We also doing what's called Valet Vita, which is a drop-off method that safely can have the clients for same thing, drop off their documents in a safe environment, and they could get tax services provided to them. We at the agency here in Greater Lawrence Community Action Council, we service roughly anywhere on a given year, anywhere from 300 to 350 clients. So that's equivalent to about just in preparation fees alone, roughly about $70,000 in preparation fees alone that we save our client. When you take into consideration, specifically in the city of Lawrence, when the median income for a typical Lawrence person is about $33,000 a year, that's a lot of money going back into the communities and going back into it. And if we deep dive a little bit deeper into it, the Hispanic, I'm a very big Hispanic community. Our Hispanic community, actually, the average income is a little bit even lower than that. I'm very proud to say that I help out as much as I can my community by putting that money back into the community. On average, our returns, our clients on average returns help them do all sorts of things that they want to achieve. So by providing this very crucial service that we do, and having an IRS certified preparers and looking deeply into our clients so that we could better get all the best credits that we can for them. I think that we serve our community as best that we can by providing the service to them. Um, in our community, we have had a long partnership with the Office of Economic Empowerment as well. So we try to provide all these type of services for them and give them wraparound services. One of the promoting things this year that we have for our clients is we have the baby step savings plan. So that's one of the big things that we're kind of promoting too. Being in Greater Lawrence Community Action Council, we actually offer other services such as WIC and things like that. Just to give you a small sample, last year alone, we somehow touched over 93% of all babies born in the city of Lawrence. When I heard that statistic, I was so amazed by it. So by providing the baby step savings plan for Massachusetts, which is a program, the first statewide seeded college savings accounts program. So the baby steps from jumpstarts family into saving for their children's future in college and vocational causes. So with the launch of this baby step program, every child who adopted after January 1st, 2020 of last year, who is a Massachusetts resident, will be eligible to receive a $50 seed deposit into a U Fund 529 account. So that's something that we really, really love to promote and kind of get out there so that our clients do, along with the other services that we provide at the agency, such as the financial literacy that Kathleen did mention. Ahead of that, as you heard in my introduction, I am financial literacy coordinator as well. So educating my clients, and sometimes it's funny because it's not even about the clients. You'll see coming up is educating the community, educating the family that we create at these vital sites, or educating our family. It's almost what we like to say, of what's possible and how to get it done, and how they can better themselves. So just to give you a little taste of what we provide, or the services that we provide, we're going to be showing you a little video, and I'll cue it up a little bit. But this was one of our clients out in the West. Her name is Nori. She's a single mother, but just the fact of what she was able to do with it. So single mother from a safe harbor shelter. Single mother. She was able to open up her own little business with it, and that's what the video will be about. We have other testimonials from our client, which we have a single mother from a safe harbor shelter on the Cape that was able to buy a car and get herself to work, just because she had access to that EITC and the CTC through our Vita site. So earned income tax credit and the child tax credit, she was able to access those credits, which, if she goes to any regular preparer, they might not care, or they might not give her that one-to-one service that we're looking to provide to her, because we deeply care about our clients. So she was was able to maximize her refund with the help of Vita to pay off some debt. So now working as a financial coach to save and boost her credit score, and she plans to buy a home. So these are just small snippets of stories, and you'll get to watch the video now of Nori, which was the original one that opened the daycare business. And when we did the original presentation of this, I know that we were all almost like a tear, almost one little tear came out because of her deep her deep testimony, and we'll be able to watch it here.
Yes, I've been with the program about 5 years, going on 6 now. I'm very pleased to have the Vita Program. I could name many reasons, but the main 3 would be: 1, it's not easy to get somebody to help you to do the taxes. Single mom, work at home with the daycare. I have tried prior to this year's, I have exhausted over 6 weeks trying to get help to do taxes. Once I started with under the mock, and I trust, I have no problems. I rely on my documents. They're they're available, number one, and they're able to help you in things that you don't know that you do qualify, even the EIC, which 2 years ago I purchased a house. I have my own daycare through mock. And the money from the EIC at that time really helped me because I needed to expand a backyard for the kids. They will not approve me until they measure and they have enough space for a backyard. And that was a struggle because that's close to 2 to 3 grand. And I was able to do that. Once I was able to do the backyard, they came and inspected. In a week, I was able to open my daycare. Not opening a daycare means no income for my family. I have 3 girls.
Yeah, just a little snippet of Nori there. I wish we could show you the whole entire thing because it honestly was very powerful what she said and how she did and everything that she said it helped her accomplish. And she was the one that mentioned it of how much of a family her Vita site had become, and that's what we all strive for. So to give you a little bit more insight on what next steps can be taken with our Vita program and what's out there, I'm going to hand it over to Lisa, and she'll be able to go ahead and give us a little bit more insight on that.
Thanks, Ansel. My name is Lisa Clay, and I'm the Director of Communications and Member Services with MASSCAP. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what we are doing at MASSCAP to support the agencies and promote the program. Every year we hold a statewide kickoff, which this year was on January 29th, and that's where that clip of Nori speaking was from. It was virtual this year, and you can watch the whole thing if you want to on the MASSCAP YouTube channel. And that really gets some attention to the program, the fact that tax season is starting and that there are Vita sites all over the state ready to help, and that our volunteers are ready as well. So that was the kickoff of the season. We are also on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, as a network promoting the program, giving information, pointing you to where you can find more information, whether it be at the MASSCAP website or the local agencies all have their own pages, and how you can move forward. We're also doing some digital advertising with the idea that people are spending more time online, and this is where we can reach people through Facebook and Google statewide. So ads will pop up when people are searching and direct you to our website. And we have some ads on Facebook as well. So that will be continuing throughout the tax season. There's also a lot of local outreach that happens at the local level through all of the agencies and the sites that are operational. And one thing that we like to do, as you've heard earlier, is talk about the other services. And all of the programs try to give you information about other programs that would help you. So the same here, we're promoting the Vita program through our fuel assistance clients, through our food pantries and delivery programs, where we're actually maybe seeing people in person or delivering to their homes and giving them information as to how they can access the program. So there is a lot of that happening all throughout the state. Also, the group is constantly sharing best practices. So Ansel and all of his peers around the state get together and talk about what's going on and how they can help each other, maybe share resources and how they can promote maybe new ideas to promote in their agencies. We also, as a network, advocate for resources in the state budget. So that's something that MASSCAP does for the community action agencies, but all the community action agencies join in, and we're joined by the other coalition of Vita sites in advocating to get money to support this program throughout the state. So there are lots of things happening, and there is lots of information on our webpage, which is www.masscap.org/free tax prep. You can find information about eligibility, about the EITC. You can locate your agency. There are links to other resources. There are also, if you are interested in volunteering, there is a link there to get in contact with Kathleen, who you heard from earlier, who can help you make that happen. So I think that covers everything that we had to talk about today.
Thank you guys so much for all that useful information. I went in and dropped all of the links we talked about in the chat. So for folks who are watching, you can visit the masscap.org by clicking the links in the chat. And we'll also provide all of these links in a follow-up email after closing this. If there are any questions, we'd be happy to take them now. And while we're waiting, I just want to say thanks to Joe, Lisa, Kathleen, and Ansel for being available and ready to do this conversation. I think that this is a tremendous tool. I can tell you myself, I've been dependent on Vita since I've become a parent myself. So thank you for, always promoting this work. And I'm always going to be a cheerleader of MASSCAP agencies across the state. So definitely, if you haven't already, check out those links, check out the website, share, spread the word. And I'm not seeing any questions. So I guess we could wrap it up. It was a quick Money Talk Tuesday today, just quick and easy.
Yeah, can I just say a few words?
Well, of course.
To you and to your colleagues for being partners with us for so many years and for this opportunity. We look forward to continuing to be able to promote the programs that Ansel mentioned, the savings programs that you all have pioneered. And I do want to say that one of the things that grew out of that commission that I mentioned were savings programs for children. And we just remember that the Treasurer's Office really took the ball and ran with it on that and many other initiatives in the context of the Office of Economic Empowerment. And then just one last word too, I want to thank Lisa and Kathleen and Ansel as well. We've become sort of a team in terms of promoting Vita across the state, especially now. And just wanted people who will see this or seeing it now, will see it later, to know that Vita sites are there for you. And that while you may not think that you could qualify for the earned income tax credit or other tax credits, it's very possible that you do. So please, if you have any questions at all, go to our website or reach out to a Vita site. So thank you.
Thank you. And I think that's where we can end it. We see some thank yous coming in, and everybody have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. We'll be back next week again with Making 2021 Your Best Year, featuring Budget Buddies and Building Black Wealth. And be on the lookout for the YouTube link from this one. Alrighty, have a good one, everybody.
Thanks.